All right, thank you, Jason. Day 3 in the murder trial of Barbara Cupp wrapped up this evening with both the state and the defense resting their cases. Cupp is a Williamstown woman accused of murdering her on-again, off-again boyfriend Matthew Bills in March of last year. Today, the prosecution rested their case early in the afternoon, leading to the defense presenting their case, starting with emotional testimony from defendant Barbara Cupp. Cupp spoke about the deteriorating and volatile nature of her relationship with Bills, whom she said he could veer from kind and loving to controlling and angry. On the day of Bills' death, Cupp says she was preparing to move out of his house when he threatened her and attacked her with a firearm, striking her repeatedly. She said she and Bills struggled with the weapon, leading to both of them being shot before Bills left the room.
I don't know where he was standing, but I was on the floor, and it looked like he was going back in the vicinity of the bedroom.
And what did you think he was going to do?
He was going to grab another gun.
And do what?
And kill me.
And what did you do?
I fired 2 shots.
The defense also brought up several family members of Cupp's to give their testimony. Family members spoke about the relationship between Bills and Cupp, as well as the time Cupp spent in the hospital after the incident. Both the state and the defense will present their closing arguments tomorrow. The trial is set to resume at 9 a.m. in the morning.